In a family known for soaring speeches, political power, and historic headlines, Tatiana Schlossberg chose a quieter, but no less consequential, form of influence. She doesn't chase microphones or podiums. Instead, she asks harder questions, follows the data, and writes with precision about the choices we make when no one is watching. If Camelot was about inspiration, Tatiana's story is about responsibility. Early life. Born into history, raised with intention. Tatiana Celia Schlossberg was born on May 5, 1990, in New York City. From the moment of her birth, history surrounded her. She is the only grandchild of President John F. Kennedy, one of the most iconic figures in American history, and Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, a global symbol of elegance, culture, and intellect. Yet despite this lineage, Tatiana's early life was marked not by spectacle but by careful distance from the public eye. Her family made a conscious effort to give her something rare for a Kennedy child: normalcy. She grew up with an emphasis on curiosity, discipline, and awareness of the wider world, not entitlement. This balance between privilege and restraint would later become central to her worldview and her work. Parents, a foundation of service and creativity. Tatiana is the daughter of two accomplished, thoughtful individuals. Caroline Kennedy. Her mother, Caroline Kennedy, is the only surviving child of JFK and Jackie Kennedy. Caroline built her own legacy as a lawyer, an author and editor of multiple books on constitutional law and civic values. U.S. Ambassador to Japan 2013-2017. From Caroline, Tatiana absorbed a deep respect for public service, diplomacy, and the written word. Caroline's insistence on intellectual rigor and ethical responsibility left a visible imprint on her daughter. Andrew Schlossberg. Her father, Andrew Schlossberg, is a designer and artist with a reputation for socially aware, thoughtful work. Less political, but deeply reflective, he brought a creative and analytical balance to Tatiana's upbringing. Together, her parents created a home where ideas mattered, debate was welcome, and silence was not emptiness, but space to think. Education. Elite schools earned credibility. Tatiana Schlossberg's education followed a path of excellence, but never excess. Yale University. She earned a bachelor's degree in history, focusing on how societies evolve, make decisions, and live with the consequences of those decisions. University of Oxford. She later completed a master's degree, deepening her understanding of American history and global perspectives. Her academic background trained her to connect the dots between past behavior and future outcomes, a skill that would become essential in her environmental reporting. Career. Journalism with depth, not drama. The New York Times. Tatiana began her professional career as a journalist for the New York Times, where she covered climate change, environmental science, energy use, government and corporate responsibility. Rather than sensationalizing disasters, she focused on systems, patterns, and accountability. Her reporting stood out for its clarity, complex science translated into human terms. Author, Inconspicuous Consumption 2019. Her defining work came with the publication of Inconspicuous Consumption, The Environmental Impact You Don't Know You Have. The book tackled an uncomfortable truth. Climate change isn't driven only by factories and oil rigs, it's fueled by everyday conveniences. She explored how things like streaming movies, cloud storage, fast fashion, food delivery, air travel, quietly contribute to environmental damage, even when they feel harmless or invisible. The book was widely praised for being research-driven, accessible, not preachy, honest without moral grandstanding. Tatiana didn't position herself as above the problem, she placed herself inside it, alongside the reader. Relationships and marriage, a private life by choice. In 2017, Tatiana married George Moran, a private individual who does not live in the public or political spotlight. Their wedding was intimate and understated, consistent with Tatiana's lifelong preference for substance over spectacle. Their relationship has remained largely out of public view, a deliberate choice that reflects her belief that some things are more valuable when they are not shared. Children. Parenthood with purpose. Tatiana and George Moran are parents to 2 children. True to form, she keeps their lives private, rarely mentioning them publicly and never using them for attention or narrative leverage. However, her writing suggests that motherhood has deepened her concern for long-term environmental consequences. Her work is not just about policy or theory, it's about the future her children will inherit. Values and worldview. Responsibility over romance. Unlike many members of famous families, Tatiana Schlossberg does not romanticize legacy. She questions it. She interrogates comfort. She challenges the idea that good intentions are enough. Her worldview is shaped by three core beliefs. Knowledge creates obligation. Privilege increases responsibility, not exemption. Small choices, repeated daily, shape the world. Legacy. Redefining the Kennedy name for a new era. Tatiana Schlossberg's legacy is still being written, but its direction is already clear. She represents a new generation of Kennedys focused less on power and more on impact. A bridge between journalism, environmental science, and public accountability. Proof that influence can be quiet, and still transformative. In a family famous for changing history with speeches, Tatiana Schlossberg is changing it with footnotes, facts, and foresight. No throne, no torch, just truth, and the courage to follow it.